Greg-Egu is a brand management expert and marketing specialist with over 6 years of experience across different roles. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree in Business Studies and Social Sciences from the University of Manchester, United Kingdom, and an MSc in Management from the London School of Economics and Political Science. On attaining her role at the Nigerian Breweries PLC via the Young African Talent Scheme, she has worked across all portfolios and is currently a senior brand manager within the premium, sessionable, and O.O portfolio. Chinwe's most recent role as the senior brand manager saw her grow the brand into the fastest growing lager in Nigeria and the most profitable lager revenue within the Nigeria Breweries portfolio. Ms. Greg-Egu brings to Heinekin her experience in developing innovative marketing strategies, negotiation analysis, and project management to achieve organizational goals while interfacing with both internal and external stakeholders. Prior to joining Nigerian Breweries, she was an analyst at AF Mercado's EMI. She has also served as a frontline associate at Santander Cards UK Limited, in addition to other trainee and internship positions she has held over the course of her career. Committed to excellence, Ms. Greg-Egu excelled during her time at the Santander Training School and continues to receive recognition for exceeding expectations at her current position. She is certified by the Advertisers Association of Nigeria and is a member of the National Institute of Marketing. Outside of professional pursuits, she enjoys participating in social development efforts. She has volunteered with Young Enterprise and the Royal Agricultural Show in the past and looks forward to incorporating more community building involvement in her current projects. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you a trailblazer, a role model, and an achiever, Ms. Chinwe Greg-Egu.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, when she was reading, I was wondering if it was me they were talking about. It's such an honor to be back 17 years later. And seeing these beautiful girls, you know, walking in here, the sense of nostalgia was just something else. It truly is an honor. Today, I will be delivering a very short speech. I'm used to making presentations, so forgive me if I sound a little bit academic while I'm speaking. But I'll be talking about who am I. Anybody, any lady who has passed the Vivian Fowler Memorial College for Girls bears in mind that question, who am I? And 17 years later, it still is very relevant. Okay, so it's interesting, you know, that question, who am I? It's very broad, but it's one of the most important questions. And it's interesting that I went into brand management after leaving here. I believe that that was one of my first briefs as a brand manager. Who am I? We're all brand managers, and you ladies must bear that in mind. We are all brands. Our perception of who we are and how we execute that when people are looking at us, when people communicate with us, when people come around us is important. Knowing your essence as an individual and how to harness it and communicate it makes all of the difference in life. Vivian Fowler laid a solid foundation for who I am today. And I remember, you know, writing my last papers and just thinking to myself, oh God, one more paper till freedom. You know, I can't wait to leave. No more Mr. Noye telling me what to do in Introtech or somebody telling me what to wear during Sunday service. Oh, can you not hear me? I'm sorry. Is that better? Okay, perfect. So I remember writing my final exams and thinking to myself, oh my goodness, it's just one more paper till freedom. And I'm going to enter the world, and just be free and do everything I want. But on entering into that world and realizing that we no longer have these guardrails that were so carefully set in place for us to make the right decisions, say the right things before we enter into a space where we are almost solely reliant on adult decision making. Freedom sounds like such a fantastic thing, but you need to set the right foundation in order to get into the world and achieve what it is that you set your mind to. Our motto is in pursuit of excellence, but permit me to let you know that it's not just about academic excellence. You need to strive for all-round excellence to navigate this thing called life. I was a late bloomer, I wasn't always the best student academically, but it took a little more than coasting and just being promoted to the next class to be fine. The second I realized that I no longer had the luxury of teachers telling me what to do or matrons telling me when to go to bed, when to wake up, when to do my homework, when to go for prep, I realized that it was on me, the onus was on me to live a purpose-driven life. I'm going to try to tell you how to answer that question, who am I? And the reality is that as a branded professional, I like to think in frameworks because it lets me prioritize and it lets me make sure that across board, I'm not leaving anything undone. Now, there's the outward facing part of answering that question, who am I? There's the inward facing part. And at the center of that is your essence. And like I said earlier, harnessing and understanding how to communicate that essence really makes the difference. So I'm going to start with your consumer, your audience. Who is it that you're talking to? You must know who it is that you are, but you must also know your audience. The way I would speak to my nephew is different from the way I would speak to my board of directors. But at the center of it is the answer to that question, who am I? Now, the consumer insight, that's understanding the heart and the mind of the person to whom you're speaking. Now, you can understand that the way you say something to one person will determine how receptive they are to it. So you must understand who it is that you're talking to, what phase of the person's life they're in, and how to get that message across. Now, the reason to believe is more inward facing. It's not just about knowing who you're talking to, it's ensuring that they also know who it is that is speaking to them. Now, your reason to believe are the things that people say about you when you're not there. They are the somewhat intangible things that will be dependent on people experiencing and then the word of mouth in terms of them carrying information about you. There are certain places that you wouldn't be, but you want your name to be mentioned at that table. These are the things that you must bear in mind when answering that question, who am I? And then your brand benefits. Of what benefit is it to me to know you as a person? It could be that you give fantastic advice. It could be that you're a strategic thinker. It could be that you're innovative. But what is it that people say about you? What exactly is it that you're putting out there? We say it is a man's world, but permit me to say that it's a woman's world as well. I mean, we talk about Vivian Fowler, and there's this almost seal of approval that goes with you saying that you're a Vivian Fowler girl. We are all very proud of what the school has gone to achieve, and you might not realize it while you're here, but once you step into that world and you have that Vivian Fowler stamp, there's a certain level of expectation that people have from you. There's a certain quality reassurance that people also have in mind when talking to you. You can do absolutely whatever it is that you set your mind to, but it starts with believing in yourself. If you do not know who you are, everybody else will try to tell you who you are. So you must be sure of who it is that you are. You must absolutely believe in yourself. Everybody has a purpose in life, and you must believe that you have been put here to achieve that purpose. And I don't mean to preach. I'm not a pastor. Yes? Okay, this is not to say that moments of self-doubt will creep in. Like I said, you're leaving, the luxury of having people around you to tell you what to do and how to do it and when to do it. When you get to a point where you're making decisions by yourself, there will be moments of self-doubt, because there will be a lot of successes, but you will also experience, hopefully not too much, but definitely a few failures or drawbacks. In that moment, when you remind yourself who you are, what it is that you're out to achieve, and knowing that you can do whatever it is that you set your mind to, regardless of what it is that people say to you, you will go ahead to surprise yourself. For my fellow late bloomers, it's about finishing well. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has something to give. You have things to learn, but you also have things to give. Strive for excellence. Be focused. Be determined. Remind yourself of who it is that you are. And remember that you've built a solid network with Vivian Fowler. Some of my oldest and dearest friends are my friends that I met in here. Some of my most important guiding principles are things that I learned here. You might not realize it immediately, but it would come to a moment in time when you need to activate these things. Once a seed is planted, it will most definitely germinate. So I wish you all the very best in life. I hope you go on to make us proud. Vivian Fowler girls, we carry it on our head a little bit, right? So make sure that you carry that. The onus is on you, right? To do what it is that you've set your mind to. And I absolutely believe in you. Thank you very much.